everyone, today I'm going to be reacting to Ariana Grande's Eternal Sunshine album, and let's get into it. So the first song is going to be Intro, End of the World.
How can I tell if I'm in the right relationship? Feel it in your bones and own that shit. Then I had this interaction I've been thinking about for like 5 weeks. Wonder if he's judging me like I am right now. I don't care if the sun refused to shine. Would I still be in love if the moon went dark tonight? Would I be the one on your mind? Would you be the one on mine?
Okay, so my thoughts on this beautiful intro track. One thing about Ariana, she's gonna give you a great intro every single time. This gotta be top 3 Ariana intros I've heard yet. I just really like that juxtaposition of how devastating the lyrics were and her kind of talking about her marriage and everything, and then the beautiful production, and then the harmonies, and then the vocals as well. Yeah, this might be a favorite on the album. Sounds kind of crazy to say, but I really enjoyed it, and I wanted to share some lyrics that kind of stood out to me because that was a lot to digest. She literally starts a song off, "How can I tell if I'm in the right relationship? Aren't you supposed to know that shit? Feel under your bones and own that shit. I don't know." Like, you're already starting the album off, and I'm taken aback. I'm on the edge of my seat already. And then another one, she says, "If the sun refused to shine, baby, would I still be your lover? Would you want me there if the moon went dark tonight? And if it all ended tomorrow, would I be the one on your mind, your mind, your mind? And if it all ended tomorrow, would you be the one on mine?" Already talking about her marriage and, you know, how everything ultimately started ending and everything. Like, questioning, is this even the right thing for me? Are we right for each other? Yeah, this one, interesting. I know that she did an interview with Zach Sang and she's talking about every single song on the album. I don't know if that part is out. I know the first part is out. I haven't seen that, but I decided I wanted to watch it after I listened to the album because it'll make a lot more sense that way, and I didn't want a whole bunch of spoilers about what the album was going to be about and sound and stuff like that. But we're starting off on a strong note, in my opinion. Now on to track 2, Bye. My thoughts on this, it was a bop. I really liked the production. I thought it was fun to listen to. It was kind of giving me maybe disco. I don't know if that's the right genre for it, but definitely reminding me of the 70s, you know, regardless. And I liked her vocals on it a lot. I could appreciate the lyrics, you know, accepting that the relationship is over. And yeah, it was a good track. I liked it. Now to track 3, Don't Want to Break Up Again. Okay, so my thoughts on the song, I quite enjoyed it. Again, I think that the production was nice. It really fit everything as well. The vocals on here were excellent as always, especially the little vocal layering and stuff like that. And the lyrics definitely threw me off for a loop. I did see one thing about someone saying that she was referring to her marriage as a situationship on Twitter. I did. I tried to stay away from it. I muted a lot of words on Twitter, but that popped up. And so I kind of knew that was coming, but yeah, the fact that she's saying that, she's saying like, we basically went to counseling, you didn't really try to the end. Like, I don't want to break up, but you're not trying, we're growing apart, you're really leaving me no choice. So wow. And again, that juxtaposition of the vocals and then the production and the lyrics is so interesting to me all across this album. And one thing I have to say is I am so glad that we're getting bridges on this album. Thank God. Because on Positions, at best, we got 3 bridges the entire album because all the songs were so short. And so I'm happy about it because when Ariana does a bridge, she's gonna eat. And I'm glad that these songs are a little bit longer and that she's doing more bridges because a bridge can really take the song to the next level. And I've really been enjoying myself in all these bridges that she's given us on the album so far. But yeah, I really like the direction we're headed with this album. I really do. Every song so far has been great. And now to track 4, Saturn returns Interlude.
And we're all born Saturn somewhere. The Saturn cycle takes around about 29 years. Kind of floating along. Saturn comes along and says, wake up! Time for you to get real about life and sort out who you really are.
My thoughts on the song, I could appreciate it. I'm into astrology, so I've heard of that term before. And so interesting piece on the album for sure, and that's all I can really say. And now to track 5, Eternal Sunshine.
I don't care what people say. I couldn't change you. I guess you could say the same. I've never seen someone lie like you do. Me out of this loop. Yeah. Now we play separate scenes. Now she's in my bed. I'll be the first to say I'm sorry. I showed you all my demons, all my lies. Now it's like I'm looking in a mirror. You're just my eternal sunshine, sunshine. I try to wipe my mind, rather feel painless. But we could have fought through behind this door. So now we play separate scenes. Now he's in your bed, laying on my chest. And I'm supposed to say I'm sorry. I showed you all my demons, you play me like a dummy. You feel alright when you're in her. You're just my eternal sunshine, sunshine. Break, okay, shake, say, rewrite, I'll be the first to say I'm sorry. I showed you all my demons, all my lies. Hope you feel alright when you're in her. You keep my eyes on my side. Just my eternal sunshine, sunshine. This rewrite, rewind. Deep breaths, tight, just like that.
So my thoughts on the song, I enjoyed it. You know, there's other title tracks she did that are giving this one a run for its money. I will admit that. But, you know, I really enjoy it. And like thinking about it too, why doesn't Ariana have a title track for Yours Truly? Every time I think about it, it makes me a little sad. But regardless, I enjoyed it. Great vocals on here as well. I really like the production. I'll share a few lyrics that stood out to me. The chorus is crazy. She literally says, I'll be the first to say I'm sorry. Now you got me feeling sorry. I showed you all my demons, all my lies, yet you play me like Atari. Now it's like I'm looking in the mirror. Hope you feel alright when you're in her. I found a good boy and he's on my side. You're just my eternal sunshine, sunshine. So is she talking about Ethan on this album? I don't know. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't, but that's a whole can of worms. So yeah, I liked it for what it was. She got all the title tracks that are better. My Everything the song, I love that song. One of my favorite songs on that album. So, you know, a few of them probably gonna take the cake for me, especially that Position title track. But I enjoyed it. Now into track 6, Supernatural.
Don't want nobody else around me. Just need you right here. It's crystal clear. I want you to come claim it. I do. Want you to name it. I do. It's like supernatural. Stars, but stars for me. It's like supernatural. It's taking over me. It's like supernatural. Need your hands all up on my body. Nothing else but that's way inside me. I want you to come claim it. I do. Want you to name it. I
Okay, my thoughts on this. This is a banger right here. This is a banger right here, especially when that chorus kicks in. Oh, the dopamine hit is off the charts. She might have a little hit on her hands if you let me tell it, if she actually releases this. I don't know if she will. I don't know if she will. But off first listen, it gave what needed to be gave. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Production on here was great. Vocals on here were very enjoyable to listen to. It's just been all the way throughout this album. And then the lyrics, I like them as well. So yeah, this is it. This is it. Probably gonna be one of my favorites on the album. Now on to track 7, True Story.
This is a true story about all the lies that you and I, about all the games I know you play. Give me love, love, give me love. I know what I want. Ain't gonna happen to me. Give me love, 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 give me love, give me love, love. I'll play the villain if you need me to. I'll be the one you pay to see, play the scene while the cameras bleed. Thinking like a creep in the night. This is a true story about all the lies that you and I, about all the games I know you play. Give me love, love, give me love. I know what I want. Ain't gonna happen to me. Give me love, give me love, 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 love. I'll play the bad girl if you need me to. I'll be the one you love to hate. Can't relate too much on my plate. Fun you like to pray for my demise. This is a true story about all the lies about you and I, about all the games I know you play. Ain't gonna happen to me. Give me love, give me love, give me love, 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 love. Ain't gonna happen to me. Give me love, give me love, 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 love.
Okay, so my thoughts on this one. I liked how suspenseful that it was. Even the production, it was kind of giving me shades of Leave Me Lonely off of the Dangerous Woman album. I think that the song was a cool listen overall, and everything I say about past songs translate. Great vocals, great production, great lyrics. And so in a way, I kind of wish she would have like built it out a little bit more, you know, with the production and stuff like that, and like with the lyrics, but I like it for what it is. And now on to track 8, The Boy Is Mine.
Can it be you and me? But I don't wanna cross no sea. I'm you, she's so unproblematic. 'Cause the boy is mine. Something about it made for somebody like me. God knows I'm trying, but that's just so you. That boy is mine. I can't wait to try it. Watch me take my time. The boy is divine. No, this ain't what I planned for. Probably won't let the time. My girls, they always come through in the sticky situations. Something about it ain't for somebody like me. God knows I'm trying, but that's just who you are. That boy is mine. I can't wait to try it. Watch me take my time. I can't believe my mind. And I know it's simply meant to be. Take all accountability for all these years that I can't ignore. Let's get intertwined. The stars stay aligned. Watch me take my time. I can't believe my mind.
Alright, so in terms of the song, I enjoyed it. I will say that I was expecting something different though, because here's what I saw on Twitter. It says, Ariana Grande reveals her upcoming track, The Boy Is Mine, is a reimagined version of Brandy and Monica's track of the same title. She also shares that it is in a way an elevated version of her previously leaked track, Fantasize, labeling it a bad girl anthem. So whenever she said reimagined, I thought that she was just gonna cover The Boy Is Mine, which honestly I didn't think is necessary. I think that the song is perfect as it is. Brandy and Monica did what had to be done. And so I'm glad that she didn't do that. And yeah, I can kind of see how it's giving Fantasize, but also kind of would have liked Fantasize on the album, because that is a hit. That's a great song, and I would like her to officially release it, but I don't think that she's going to. And yeah, that obviously goes without saying that they're wrong for leaking it and whatever. But I enjoyed the song, you know. I thought it was cute to listen to. I liked the production, and I really liked how the vocal delivery was, and just like the pacing of the song and how it like switched up all the way throughout it, I will say. And I'm just like, is she talking about Ethan on this album? Is she talking about like the marriage at the beginning before she got with him? I don't know. If she is talking about him, it's a chop. It's a chop. It's a chop. And I will say that there, but you know, I like the song for what it is. And now to track 9, Yes And. So I already did a reaction to this. I'll throw it up in the cards and also be the end of the video and link down below in the description. And I did a reaction to the remix as well. Whenever I listen to albums all the way through for the first time, I like to listen to every track, even the singles. So we will re-listen to it.
Everybody's tired of something we don't
so my thoughts on this, remix is so much better. It really is, because you know, I liked the song when it originally came out. A lot of people didn't, including the fans. I saw y'all on Twitter, I saw y'all on TikTok, but I really enjoyed it, right? And then whenever the remix came out and I listened to it, I just loved it, because Mariah's my favorite artist of all time, as some of you may know. And so I just feel like she really filled in all the holes that Ariana kind of left in the song, just like vocally and stuff like that, because a lot of people feel like Ariana didn't really come as hard vocally as was expected, as she's done on her past lead singles like No Tears Left to Cry and also A Thank You Next, for example, right? And so I just really feel like Mariah took it to the next level, and she just brought what needed to be brought to it. And the whole time I'm listening to this, I'm just singing all Mariah's parts and ad-libs in my head, and it just feels flat without Mariah on it. It really does. I know a lot of people didn't care for the remix. It is what it is, but me personally, I enjoyed it. And listening to the original again, the remix is staying in heavy rotation. Every time I listen to the album, I'm throwing the remix on. It is what it is. And I just want to know what you guys think on the remix. Let me know down in the comments which one you prefer, because it's like, I talked to some people, they didn't like either version. There were some people who liked the original and they hated the remix, and vice versa, you know, and I liked both. So I want to see where you guys land on that. But I do want to say on Twitter, I read this. It says Ariana revealed she specifically requested Mariah's upper harmony to be turned up to the highest volume in the Yes and remix. And exactly, because yes, what Mariah did on that remix, excellent. And those are my thoughts on Yes and. The remix is going #1 in my household. It's going diamond. I don't know what to tell you. Now onto track 10, We Can't Be Friends, Wait For Your Love. So this one has a music video, so I'll react to that as well.
I didn't think you'd understand me. I don't wanna tiptoe, but I don't wanna hide. Just wanna let this story die. We can't be friends. You cling to your papers and pens until you like me again. Wait for your love. My truth, we sit in silence. Baby girl, it's just me and you. But I don't wanna bite my tongue. I'd rather die. We can't be friends. You cling to your papers and pens until you like me again. Wait for your love. Love, know what you made me. Something like a daydream, but it feels so sweet. Something new, it's only me. That's all I need. We can't be friends. You cling to your papers and pens until you like me again. Wait for your love.
Okay, so my thoughts on the song. I really like the video, and I think that the concept of it is interesting, you know, signing away and just agreeing to completely forget a relationship ever happened, because yes, there's a lot of great memories, but there's also the pain that comes onto it, and it's hard to let go and all those things. I could appreciate the concept. I thought that it was something that was interesting to see, I will say. I could appreciate the production, and the lyrics were interesting to me, because she's saying like, wait till you don't hate me anymore to divorce me, because a lot of times whenever people get divorced, it just brings out an ugly version of themselves and stuff like that. So she's just saying, you know, wait a little bit, or at least I hope you like me, even though we can't be friends after this relationship ends and everything. I hope that we can at least be cordial. And so it was interesting. I think in a way it was insightful. I like it. I will say, I don't get why she would choose this to be the second single. Out of the songs we just heard on the album, why wasn't Supernatural the second single? I don't get it. Even The Boy Is Mine, I could have seen that as a single as well. I don't really understand the choice. And we'll see what this does on the charts ultimately, but I really don't get it. Usually she's pretty good with her singles, but this one makes no sense to me. Now to track 11, I Wish I Hated You.
Hung all my clothes in the closet you made, hoping life brings you no new pain. I tried to rewrite my life, and no matter how I want, how easy things could be if I did. I wish I hated you, wish there was worse to you, wish you were worse to me. Our shadows dance in a parallel plane. Two different endings, you learn to
Okay, so my thoughts on the song, I enjoy it, and it makes a lot of sense coming after the last track, We Can't Be Friends, and she's just saying, I wish that I hated you, I wish this relationship was worse than it actually was. Because it's a lot easier to get over something whenever you're mad at it versus whenever you're sad about it. And, you know, probably just thinking about all those memories, good and bad, that probably really, you know, did something to her and, like, took a toll in a sense, because, I mean, she's even saying, thank you next. She's only wanting to get married once, and, you know, the way that it ended and ending it so fast, you know, I'm sure that that was very emotional for her in a sense. So I can appreciate this, you know, the subject matter. I think that it was a good song. And now onto track 12, Imperfect for You.
My boy, come take my hand. They don't understand, but I'll hold your hurt. How could we know we'd rearrange all the past? We crash and we burn. Now I just can't go. Usually I'm fucked up, anxious, but I love you like you need. Imperfect fighters, but I'm not like that since I met you. Let's go tonight, 'cause there's just a few seconds left. Let's leave our baggage and wine at the table. This was a happy disaster. I'll never forget when you told me. Usually I'm fucked up too much, but I love you like you need. Imperfect fire, stress, but I'm not like that since I met you. Glad we crashed and burned. We'll be there for each other. Fucked up, anxious, but I love you like you need. Imperfect fire, not like that since I met you. Perfect fire.
Okay, so my thoughts on the song, intriguing to listen to. I really like the chord progressions that were used, and the vocal delivery kind of reminds me of something that Miley Cyrus would do. And side note, I really like their version of Don't Dream It's Over. That is absolutely beautiful. But I really like this song. I think it was a nice kind of palate cleanser, especially after the last two songs and the heavier subject matter in regards to that. So I enjoyed this one in terms of that. I like the lyrical content on here a lot. And it's interesting talking about I'm glad that we crashed and burns. Some food for thought, I will say. I like the vocals on here as well. It was a nice track. Down to the 13th, the final track, Ordinary Things, featuring Nonna.
Could go pop all the champagne in California. Hypothetically, we could do. Can hang out at the Louvre all night if you want to. No matter what we do, never gonna be an ordinary thing. You hit just like the first sip of wine after a long day. I just like a green light when I'm stuck running real late. No matter what we do, never gonna be an ordinary thing. Ordinary thing, as long as I'm with you.
He'd come home and I'd see him and just gets off that train. I don't like he arrived. It was like seeing daylight. Never go to bed without kissing goodnight. And if you can't and if you don't feel comfortable doing it, you're in the wrong place. Get out.
So my thoughts on this, I enjoyed it as an album closer. We could have went harder. We could have went harder. I'm going to be honest with you. And whenever I saw that it was going to be a feature from her grandma on there, everyone was kind of like, it's going to be a SZA moment, how SZA has her grandma on her songs, and that's exactly what it was. So I could appreciate it for what it was. I just think that she's had better closers, like Get Well Soon, one of her best songs. Vocal layering on that song is absolutely insane. So honestly, I expected more of a closing track. I'm not going to hold you, but it was good for what it was. Okay, so now on to my favorite songs based off of my first listen. I'm going to say Intro, End of the World by Don't Want to Break Up Again, and also Supernatural. And that's just how I'm feeling right now. Of course, as I listen to the album more, my opinions can change, and my top 3 will really be solidified in probably a few weeks. But that's just how I'm feeling at this moment. And now onto my overall thoughts on the album based off my first listen. I enjoyed this album. I was talking to my friends about it last night after it came out, and I told them, I said, don't spoil too much for me because I'm gonna listen to it. And they basically just told me that I didn't really like the album. They only saved a couple songs off of it. And so it seems like this is going to be a very divisive album. You know, for myself, I stand Sweetener, and I also really love the Positions album. So maybe that's why I like this album so much, because it was kind of giving me that vibe as well. And I think they even said it was going to give Sweetener Thank You Next Positions. I don't really know the Thank You Next part besides The Boy Is Mine. I don't really know where that kind of equates into this album, but I really enjoyed it, I will say. And I'm glad that she was able to kind of talk about her marriage a little bit. Because what I read, I thought it said that, you know, she wasn't allowed to talk about her marriage at all, like in music and books or anything like that. So the fact she was even able to talk about it, I live, because that's really what I wanted to hear on this album. And I feel like we did get some artistic growth from her. I feel like it was definitely more more than the Positions album. You know, Positions, looking back, it kind of did feel like a regression, even though I really enjoyed that album. I would say that that's like a top 2 Ariana album for me, just like artistically. You know, I feel like she could have went harder than that, honestly. Some people listening to this, they feel like it was rushed because I think she started it during the SAG strikes or whatever. And so I don't know how long she did on this album, probably 3 months. But if it is 3 months, whenever I heard that, I already started saying low key, because if you know one thing about me, I stand Rainbow by Mariah Carey. That is one of my favorite Mariah albums. Most people don't like it. Mariah doesn't even like herself, but I don't care. I love the album. It's giving summer, it's giving youth, it's giving fun. Those who get it, get it. Those who don't. And she recorded that in 3 months. I really like the vocal arrangements on here, the vocal layering and stuff like that. Is it as much as a Positions or a Sweetener? No. But I enjoyed it, and the way people were talking about it, they act like she didn't even really try to sing the suit. So I don't really get what that was about. But I mean, I guess just due to past standards, they expect more. It is what it is. And the production on here, I thought was pretty great for the most part. There were some songs that were like a little bit more could have been done, but I liked it. I liked the lyrical sentiments talking about the marriage and everything else that was going on there. But Ariana did with this album what she always does. She made music for the girls. Ariana almost never misses. She almost never misses. And I had a feeling walking into this album that I was gonna enjoy it, because I enjoy all of her albums. She has some that are weaker than others, but I had a feeling that she wasn't going to majorly disappoint me, and she didn't. And so I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. It was a fun first listen. It was an experience, as Ariana Grande always is. And I just really appreciate her as an artist and what she does. You know, just the vibe I get listening to her music is just so different from anybody else, and she's like my favorite pop girl right now. And so this is just something I've been heavily looking forward to. So to have a new release in this moment, for this to be my first Ariana album reaction on the channel, a special moment, a special moment. So yeah, I'm really excited to watch this exact same interview and just hear her talk about all these songs and just recontextualize them for myself. I'm really glad that, you know, she trusts him and that she goes to interviews and, you know, talks about the music with him, because I love whenever artists have that kind of relationship with somebody, and I like to hear more about the music. So I don't know if that's already out. Whenever it does come out, I'll definitely be watching that. And then whenever I do my updated opinions video on it in a couple weeks, then I will kind of throw those tidbits in there as well. So definitely subscribe if you want to see my updated opinions on the album, because it will be coming soon. I'm also really glad that she changed the album cover. The Yes and single cover, it was cute, but this as the album cover, I like it a lot more. Let me know if you guys are gonna get this on vinyl. I think that I'm going to, but I feel like I basically got what I wanted out of this album. Now I'm gonna have to sit with it for a few weeks, and my top 3 really needs to lock in. I want to see how I feel about this in context of her whole discography and how I'd rank it and stuff like that. Some people do it after a first or second listen. I think that's crazy. I need a little bit more time, especially for artists that I really like Ariana. And so we will see. Sweetener is probably always gonna hold the crown for me. I liked it, and it seemed like that gonna be an unpopular opinion with my friends, but I'm no stranger to that because I stand Rainbow, so it is what it is. But Ariana gave me a good album, and I'm just glad we got an Ariana album this year, because it's been almost 4 years. And so she literally said she was about to wait till 2027 to release her next album. That was not going to be it, because I get taking 5 years off. I really do. Anything more than that, it's like, okay, you're kind of dragging it. Like, when's the new album coming, you know? And so 7 years went off, like, especially with Ariana, especially with how frequently she was releasing music. 4 years felt like an eternity. It really did. And so I'm glad that we have it. I wonder if she's going to release a deluxe. If you release a deluxe, throw Yes and remix on there for me, please, because we need that on the deluxe. And, you know, maybe a couple extra songs. Ariana loves her a good deluxe. She does it for most of her albums. So I would be here for a deluxe, but a standard version as is, I really enjoyed it. Gonna be excited to take some time and really sit with it and see how I feel about it. As it stands, I enjoyed it. A lot of moments that really had me shook with the lyrics particularly, and it was an experience. It was an experience, and Ariana doesn't really let me down that often. So in a way, it was what was expected. But that's basically my thoughts on this album on first listen. Let me know what you guys think about this down below in the comments. So do you like the album? Do you not like the album? Do you feel like it was rushed? Do you feel like it was worth the wait? What are your favorite songs on the album? What do your friends think about the album? Like, let me know everything. Let me know everything, because we need to have that conversation. I want to get a gauge for what you guys think of this album. I do a little poll on my channel and ask the subscribers how we're feeling. If you guys want to see more videos on Ariana Grande, I will have a corner of the screen right here. It'll be at the end of the video, and it'll be linked down below in the description. That's just going to be all the videos I made on her on this channel, album reviews and stuff like that. And I do have a second channel, and I've done some videos on her on there. It's different kind of content, so I made a whole separate playlist for that, so you guys can check it out on the second channel. I know it sounds confusing, but I just figured it would be the best way to do it. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching it. If you did enjoy it, give it a like down below. Helps me out a lot in the YouTube algorithm. I very much appreciate it. You can subscribe down below if you want to see more videos like this. I upload every single week. If you hit the bell, you get a notification to your phone when I post, so you're not missing brand new videos come out. First link down below in the description will be my second channel, and I've been uploading there every single day since December, and I only missed one day in November, so I've really been on fire over there, making a lot of different kinds of, you know, music related content and some other hobbies like Real Housewives of Atlanta, some sports content. I just made a video talking about what I want to see from the new Dance Moms reunion. So I really do it all on there. There's no set structure, and it's a lot of fun. We just hit 500 subscribers in there, so thank you so much to everyone who supported, who subscribed, who's watched. The metrics this year are outstanding, so thank you so much. And more is to come on that channel. Also, for the second channel, I finally playlisted all of my content, so there's probably like 20 or 30 different playlists, and I just should have done this earlier, but yeah, it's categorized. I have a longer video one, I have one for the Mariah stuff I've done on that channel, I have one for the kind of prompt videos I would do on that channel. Everything is categorized, and if you guys want to see any other playlists, let me know in the community tab on that channel. But I finally done that, so it's a little bit more organized and, you know, streamlined, so definitely check out the second channel. You guys can also follow me on TikTok. A lot of second channel content is stuff directly lifted from TikTok, but not all. So if you want to see everything I'm posting on TikTok, go give me a follow. I have 2 accounts. This link's down below in the description. Also going to have my Twitter accounts active on there every single day. I love Twitter. Instagram. I'm also going to have my Spotify if you'd like to follow me. A link to stream the sound if you're interested. Lastly, links to educate you guys on important situations. Free Palestine. This is an important situation we must educate ourselves on. If you would like to donate to the cause and learn more about it, links are down below for you to do that. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.